All right, guys. I want to talk about something that sounds like it's straight out of a science fiction movie, but is discussed seriously by many people around the world, and that's UFOs. Just not just any UFO sightings, but the encounters where the outcomes were, let's say, less than friendly. So we've got some stories ranging from mysterious disappearances to outright aggressive confrontations. It raises kind of the question, are these incidents simple misunderstandings like a Three's Company episode? Or are these mechanical mistakes by the craft? Or something potentially sinister? So let's start with a rather really dramatic tale from the 1980s. It's in Russia and Siberia. The story goes kind of like this, that a group of Russian soldiers tried to target a UFO with ordnance, missiles, something of that sort. The response from the UFO, not really a friendly wave, but kind of a defensive measure that was literally like something out of a Hollywood blockbuster, according to the story. So the supposed countermeasure turned the Russian soldiers into stone, or something resembling stone. So what's the source of the incredible story? It comes from a Russian ufologist, Boris Shurnov, who wrote about it in the 1990s. And I'm pretty sure this is where George Knapp got his story when he traveled over to Russia and ended up taking some documents home. But here's where we kind of hit a bump. The credibility of the story is super debated. There's really no solid evidence other than nuanced stories, no official reports, other than kind of the nuanced reports that Knapp got out of the KGB. And frankly, it sounds like something you'd see in a movie rather than real life. Does this make it fake or a made-up story? No, I don't think so. Now moving on from Russia, I want to talk about a case in Iran. It happened in 1976. It's actually called the 1976 Teron UFO incident. Super documented event where UFOs was not only sighted and interacted with by the Iranian military jets, but also other personnel have had testimony towards this. So the pilots reported that their aircraft's instrumentation went completely haywire when they attempted to engage or get close to the UFO. But, even more concerning, there were temporary malfunctions in the jet's navigation and communication systems, which posed real risk to the pilot's safety. I believe this was an F-4E Phantom II jet. I'm not 100% sure. So here the threat felt real and definitely immediate, not because of any visible aggression, but just due to the sheer unpredictability and I guess the potential for disaster when you have high-speed jet suddenly losing its critical systems. I mean, it's kind of like what Ryan Graves has talked about. These objects, whatever they are, that are getting extremely close to our aircraft. I mean, if they're that advanced, why do they have to get that close? What are they actually trying to achieve? And then there's another incident I kind of wanted to go over. It's from Coyame UFO incident, 1974. It supposedly occurred near Kuami, Mexico, when a small plane actually collided with a UFO, apparently. Both crashed, but when the Mexican government dispatched a recovery team, they allegedly found not only wreckage of the plane, but of course, allegedly remains of a UFO, UAP, flying saucer, whatever you want to call them. There are also some rumors and reports suggesting that the U.S. military intervened, of course, retrieving the UFO and transporting it back to the U.S. in some undisclosed location. But here's where things get a little disturbing. It isn't just the crash, but the aftermath. So there's been tons of rumors swirled about the recovery team from the U.S. being found dead, their bodies showing no visible signs of injury, as if they'd been exposed to something lethal, an unknown force or contamination. Kind of like the lead mass case of Brazil, kind of generally the same area. So I kind of wanted to just say these incidents, they bring us kind of like to a fork in the road with three possible directions, at least according to me. One of these UFOs are equipped with defensive capabilities, for sure, that can be lethal in a response, whether it's a perceived threat or not. So two, there's technology that is so advanced that even unintended interference with our devices could be catastrophic to us. I'm sure they're aware of that with the advanced technology and advanced consciousness. Or three, we're completely misinterpreting these encounters, like a Three's Company episode, seeing hostility where there might be none at all. But you be the judge of that. There are tons of cases like this where people have went missing or been killed, but it's mainly nuanced in the lore of ufology. So what do we make of all this? If these events are true, then it suggests that whoever is piloting these UFOs, they're prepared to protect themselves and their crafts aggressively. This possibility can be frightening because it implies not just superior technology, but but also a willingness to use it. So anyway, I hope this is just food for thought, and take it with you throughout the day. And thanks for joining me on another episode of Whispers of Myth. And remember to like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.